I'm Minerva and I'm back with another video. And today we are talking with Nivedita, who works with Art Forward. And today we're going to talk everything about the coming event of Art Forward at Calcutta. Thank you so much for your time, Nivedita.
It's a pleasure here. Thanks for having me.
And congratulations for your first ever art weekend in Calcutta. It must be exciting, I'm sure.
Yeah, it's very exciting. We just finished day one yesterday. We had some great numbers. The weather is definitely supporting us, and just like the rest of the art community in Calcutta. So yeah, it's very exciting. We have energy from where God knows, but we have it.
Like Calcutta must be in a good weather, very pleasant weather. It's November.
Yeah, great weather, slightly cooler days. The sun is out, so it's perfect. So we're hoping it could tomorrow evening.
So you created Calcutta Art Weekender after your earlier event. So what kind of gap is it filling, and why is it important for Calcutta to have this event?
I'm from Calcutta. I started art for over here in 2017. Now, it was at that point just an Instagram account. And I was posting content because I wanted art content to be more accessible. 2017 was a very different time digitally in the art, what we see post COVID. And at that point, Art Forward was just a page that was making the arts accessible in a fun way. And that was just through content. That sort of grew into more of a community and a platform. And just over time, and like me not being here, we bit much more active in Delhi and Bombay. Also, sort of tuned in with where the art scene has been very very active. So honestly, there's no specific reason for why the weekender that we did in 2022 was all over the country. It was in September. It was an ambitious event, but uh, if I'm being completely honest, I don't think with the length and breadth and diversity of India, we were very fair to all the cities to do something at the same time everywhere, because somewhere there was monsoon, somewhere it was not the best weekend. And I do think that just me being in Calcutta, even though most of Art Forward's team is not here, Art Forward's team of 15, there's three people here, including me. Um, we do think that we thought that Calcutta is a place that needs an event. And, you have so many art weekends. Your Mumbai Gallery Weekend, Delhi has the Contemporary Art Weekend and the Art Weekend. You have a Madras Art Weekend. There are so many things happening. Unfortunately, we don't have that many things happening in Calcutta. And I think the art community echoed that sentiment, which is why we're so grateful that we have their support. Um, and yeah, that was one of the reasons why we decided to do this art weekender here. Last year, the Bengal Biennale had their first edition. It was so successful. It was so well done. And I mean, even with the sort of museum gallery culture here evolving, changing, the art institutions are so active, there's definitely people are hungry. And we can see that a weekender because most of our events are completely booked out and on a wait list. So the event that I'm going to this, it's a workshop of 35 people, and then we have a wait list of 100. So there's definitely an appetite, which is amazing. It's so difficult to get people to come into a space of art, right? So more than else, like just from the numbers that we have, I feel very reassured that it was a good decision for us to say that, okay, let's focus on Calcutta. We see that there's a space here within the cultural community, within the cultural space where people say, yes, we want to create things. So yeah, that's how Calcutta was our choice.
The way you're talking about it, I think it has started with a bang. I mean, you're going, you know, so many people are interacting with it, it has just started with a bang, and it sounds exciting. I'm sure it must be exciting to participate and be there physically, you know.
I almost wish I was just attending.
Of course, behind the scenes, only people are cooking.
Play a game in a gallery and not have to bother with it.
ये चल रहा है कि नहीं चल रहा, वो चल रहा है, ये क्यों नहीं हो रहा, ये क्या हो रहा है, ये इट्स सच अ chaos.
Yeah, like, I mean, that's just the nature of any event production. As much as you plan, there's always going to be some kind of a new challenge on ground.
So let's talk about what's the broader mission behind Art Fervor's, Weekender, in context that you just said that it started with an Instagram account, making art more accessible and art and all about art discovery. So how would you describe this? Describe your vision behind this Weekender.
Okay, so I truly think that just from the way the arts is experienced, considered, and how excited people are in general in the West, like there are so many art events happening, right? Like a large institution like Tate is now doing the Lits. So I think because people today are interested in immersive experiences, the fact of the matter is that today, if we want new audiences to come into art spaces, it needs to be something exciting. Art galleries and museums and foundations, are they full anyway? Yes. But as somebody who is interested in expanding this ecosystem, and Art Forward has always been focused on making the arts accessible, on using technology to increase accessibility to the arts, like whether it was through COVID and through our platform, or through like audience engagement that we do through our community, whether it's digitally, whether it's the smaller events that we do. I think it all ties in together in terms of how we look at audience engagement and the audience that we target, right? Um, we are looking at the larger ecosystem. So a lot of people coming into our events are designers, or they work in fashion, or they're like interested in literature or in textile. It's not your regular art collector, and that's the audience we want, and that's what we want to grow. So from the broader like vision, I think, of Art Forward, what we've been doing digitally, this is another way for to implement that offline and give the people of Calcutta an interesting experience. So yesterday we had this event at TriArt, and the show's been open now for 2 weeks. It's a Start India exhibition. Of course, it's absolutely amazing. But there were a bunch of people who already seen the show and they still came back because they were like, we want to play board games at a gallery. This has never happened before. The gamification worked with the theme of the exhibition and the artist's works at Try. So to bring people back into an art space is not very easy. I mean, I don't go myself unless maybe I'm meeting a friend or meeting somebody at the gallery, right? Um, so I think it's almost like changing the perception of people that the arts can be fun and they can be interesting, and it's something you can go and do on a weekend with your friends. And keeping in mind, like I have an art history background, we are very, very particular and cognizant that art is a matter of as a subject is a matter of cultural value. So whatever we do, we have to make sure that we it's not whimsical or it's not flitting or it's not flimsy. It's well tuned into the art in that space.
That sounds real. This gave me a lot of insight onto, how. No, but it gave me a good insight on how this, works and how the outcome is working in favor of yours. So that was a pretty good answer. So since um you've worked across a lot of art weekenders in general, can you take us through your curatorial process and conceptual, process of shaping such weekenders? What's your process of making this work?
because we aren't building an exhibition and we're working with different programming partners on ground, we usually first understand, even for the last weekend and even for this one, we first want to know from our programming partners like Experimenter in Calcutta or TriArt or KCC to understand what do they have going on, right? And I think essentially what we're doing is building a layer on top of it of interaction. So just like I explained earlier, there's a reason why we chose to curate an event, which is games or gamification oriented at what starts exhibition is about and sells. It's immersive, interactive. The first room that you walk into, there's a massive bed. You can just chill on that. So would we what we're thinking of something curatorially or conceptually, it is how do we get people to come in here and understand this art better? So it's less about, I mean, I don't think it's fair for me to say that we have a curatorial note. This is not a biennale. This is not curatorial. It's not an exhibition. It's more from a perspective of how do we help people understand and engage with the art better. So we have at every single event, we have multiple walkthroughs so people can understand when they come in what the exhibition is about. Our partners are very kindly doing this for us because, the numbers are getting a bit out of hand. They're doing multiple walkthroughs and helping people understand the art better. It's a very conscious decision to not say that we want to put up another exhibition. There is already amazing exhibitions. We want to make use of what is already there. There is a Kalikat painting exhibition. There is a Sorabura exhibition. There's a Start exhibition. So those are already some amazing exhibitions that a lot of people would not go to. So I would say that this is almost like putting on another layer on top of it. So conceptually, it is again what I said earlier is how do we make people engage with the arts better in a way that they understand. Later today, we have a vinyl like DJ set at Experiment. So the music has been curated as for the show because Saurabh's work, it's very interesting. And vinyl set works with that. With every contemporary artist's work, music may not work. So we are very particular about what it is that we choose as an engagement.
That sounds really interesting. You know, I mean, the way you are explaining it, I'm sure, like, what were the kind of challenges you faced when you decided to bring together galleries, institution, artists under one umbrella? Like, what were the challenges which were in
I
it?
mean, honestly say like all our partners have been amazing. They've been really supportive. And a lot of them are just friends. So I called them and I was like, hey, we can do this. And they're like, let's do it. So
Hmm.
from that perspective, we've had no challenges. Of course, like sat and like had a couple of, conversations to figure out what works well. And
Hmm.
would games, would it make sense to have a game night at a Kaligat paintings exhibition? Probably not. So I think what we really sat and like did was figure out what it is that the programming should be. And other than that, I mean, just regular like logistical challenges which we would face anyway. So I think that way we've been very lucky.
Hmm. Yeah, the usual hiccups they come and go, but
Yeah.
in a much broader way, everything's going good.
Yes. Yeah.
Can you share your favorite lineups from the weekend?
That's I can't do that. I own every event and I don't think I can do that. But yeah, I think one just in general from the audience that we target, we very much through everything we do with all the events that we've done, we look at an audience of like within the age group of 18 to 45. For the first for one of our events tomorrow, we've made it a little more family friendly where people can come in with children or with their grandparents. It is a Sunday, weather is nice. So, I mean, we just decided because someone asked us, hey, can I like bring my family there in town? And we were like, you know what? Like, maybe that's a good idea. There's, making zines and like upcycling t-shirts. We have these pop pencils. You can come in and upcycle an old t-shirt. That's something anybody can do. So wanted to do one or two fun activities. And yeah, that's kind of interesting for us as a brand because that's not usually the type of events we do. So we'll see how it goes.
How do you think that this collaboration of such institutions and galleries will eventually shape Calcutta's art landscape, contemporary art landscape?
Mm, I mean, see, I think collaboration is the only way to go. Even if you're like at an art fair, or maybe not an art fair, but like, Mumbai Gallery Weekend does it so well. There's very successful art weekends in Delhi. Geographically, the way Calcutta is, we don't have that option really to have a gallery weekend because the museums, institutions, galleries are all very spread out. So for us to be able to have that opportunity, it's not very logistically feasible. And that is what we went in sort of with idea. So if you look at the events, they're all kind of structured in a way where geographically you can make it from one thing to the next. You're not going all over the city. So yeah, I mean, maybe it's a question for after the 3 days are over, because only one day is over. But yeah, I'm hoping it continues to be something that we continue to do and, it remains successful. It's our first year.
So, how are artistic community in Calcutta responding to this? I mean, is are they going by the way you expected, or is it much better, or how's it happening?
I think we've had a great response from the creative community, even when we were reaching out to partners or even, the people that we have coming in. We have a creative mixer tonight, which is like a networking event for creative professionals only.
Okay,
That's going well. So I hope that that's successful. And yeah, I mean, I think we've had a very positive response.
great. That's great. Um, since in the starting of the conversation, you mentioned that this started as a Instagram page making art more accessible. So, how has this evolved as a brand? Like your ideas from an Instagram page to now having this physical event, how has it evolved?
So when Art4 first started, it was just a content page. And we slowly grew it into a platform because, we saw that there's space for people. They want information that's not very readily available. I think it was a very like natural sort of going with the flow kind of path. We do other events as well. We just did a curated like experience of the Durga Puja pandals with an art guide. Uh, we've done a bunch of events before in Delhi and in Bombay. So we do independent events. We had a bunch of like fun t-shirt painting workshops with Subco Coffee earlier this year. So we keep doing things to engage with our community and we see a very good response. It's a large part of Art Forward is that we also are a strategy consulting firm. We work with a lot of galleries, museums as clients. We do a lot of community work for them. We do a lot of digital strategy work for them. So honestly, more than anything else, this is almost like extra work for us because it's also hectic art season. So I think that forms this decision of doing something a lot. So yeah, I think it's just been a very general sort of go with the flow. That's how we've reached here. I do think that the only thing that we have 100% stuck to is our core mission of making the arts more accessible, whether it's digital or whether it's on ground.
Okay. And how do you envision this weekender growing in coming years?
Um, well, to be very honest, like I think from a from a 3 year perspective, uh I think it would be a great playground to invite other institutions, museums, galleries to come to Calcutta. That definitely something that's on my mind because there is a great audience here, and a lot of them don't get to see from within the art. Everybody knows about India Art Fair, everybody knows about Art Mumbai, everybody knows about every artist, but that's not true. So I think working with people within the city is also something that's on our mind. So we want to see what kind of parallels we can create with other museums, galleries, and foundations in other cities, and where can this go?
Hmm. And lastly, what message do you want to give to the audience who will be experiencing this weekender for the first time?
Just come and have fun, enjoy the arts. Um, it's not intimidating. Just come and enjoy the arts. I mean, go to the first the we want to break this notion that the arts are intimidating, that it's behind a wall or behind a door. It's not. So yeah.
This is a great initiative, Nivedita, I'm sure. And I hope this goes on even more than you expected in the coming days, like Saturday and Sunday. Thank you so much for giving us your precious time and talking about this on our platform and contributing to Abir Poti. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
We loved having you with us today. Stay tuned for more insightful conversations and don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Catch you real soon. Bye.